I can see that. That's 7 days of big deals. It's Target Circle Week.
Mountains of flavor, those crispy peaks, 12 flavors so bold, your whole life is complete. Dipped in the lake, man, that ranch is deep. New crispy tenders, bring the flavor, Wingstop.
Here's another tip from the Tool Shack: how to create a home court advantage.
So I brought in Scott for some fresh ideas.
Shack, I did it. Home field advantage. Scott's plays double coverage. Defend it, feed it.
Do they make basketball cleats?
Gracias.
Hazelnut. Meat chocolate. Crispy. Meat creamy. Irresistibly one of a kind. Irresistibly bueno.
Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your people. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Even better, get out there. That's it. Way out there. Choose your calling. Choose to really care. Choose to go for it. Just choose. We craft cards for those who choose to do more than simply move.
I'll wake up.
All clear. Whoa, you see that? Craftsman style, 3-bed, 2-bath. Huh? Just got pre-approved for a mortgage with Navy Federal Credit Union. No down payment.
Get 100% financing from a top VA loan provider. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Diggs Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Diggs, the Home Depot, the official home improvement partner of March Madness. And by Progressive. Bundle home and auto and save.
TNT is your new home for NASCAR this summer. Tune in beginning of June 28th on TNT and stream on Max. It is 28-23 Oregon over Arizona. Andy Katz checking in with Dana Altman.
Dana, Jackson just hit that huge shot to slow down Arizona. What must you stress in that hunt?
Transition D, a couple offensive rebounds, got him back in it. They hit some threes. They're a good shooting team. We knew they were going to hit them eventually, but just transition D, a couple of offensive rebounds, and a couple bad turnovers we had.
Thanks, Dan. You bet.
It's really the game within the game. At the beginning, Oregon had an 11-0 lead, stretched the lead out to plus 15. Arizona so far has responded 9-0 run.
And if you're Oregon, you want to try to get Biddle going into this game.
Shellstad doing an unbelievable job to avoid the turnover. Lewis again remains on Shellstad, forces him to whip the pass over to Bamba, takes the three-pointer with the shot clock expiring, and he beats it.
Bamba has struggled with that jumper all season long, just a 25% shooter from three. At the end of the shot clock, rises up and drains it.
And sometimes at the end of the shot clock, even if you're a poor or low percentage shooter, you don't have to think about it.
Oregon now 5 of 8 from 3. That was an important bucket for the Ducks, though, to end the 9-0 run here for Arizona. Single digits on the shot clock now for the Wildcats. Bradley gets the bucket.
Terrific job of probing in the half court, using the screen, getting to the middle of the floor, knocking down the mid-range jumper.
Aiden Bradley, 7 total tournament games coming into tonight in his career, the transfer out of Alabama. Biddle's been quiet.
I credit Awaka. I mean, he's out there on the hard hedge. He's getting back. The physicality right there. Nate Biddle just not handling it well.
And Awaka's a brick wall.
Yes, he is.
You got to find a way to get Biddle the basketball on the move.
He has tried his best to go chest to chest against that brick wall. To no avail. You see the 3 points and the 3 turnovers for Nate Biddle to open things up here for Oregon. A player who actually Tommy Lloyd had recruited when he was a lead assistant at Gonzaga.
There's that drop coverage again. What a pass, though, because Bradley just made the last one. You get the help uphill. He's dropping it off for the jam.
Shows that. Again, going to work for Oregon to miss that time. He's 5 of 8 from the field. Lewis on the move. Look at him glide. And a blocking foul call.
KJ Lewis was totally out of control right there. He's the guy that wants to force the issue. One of those guards that will push the tempo. There's that Jaden Bradley, little shot fake. Biddle helps up, and you're dropping it off for the jam. Terrific pass.
KJ Lewis has been really good in the postseason when you consider the conference tournament. He's been Arizona's second leading scorer in 4 postseason games coming into tonight, averaging almost 14 points, 5 rebounds, and leading the team here in free throws made and free throws attempted. From tip-off to the final buzzer, fan work is thirsty work. Refresh with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
Let's see if the Ducks can get a high percentage shot for Biddle, try to get them on the move.
A one-day turnaround for both of these schools. Really don't have to familiarize themselves too much, being old Pac-12 opponents, meeting for the first time in the NCAA tournament.
I think, Lisa, from watching some of the interactions, it is clear these two teams are familiar. And it's kind of awesome because in an age of college basketball with so much movement, there's a lot of guys on the floor who have played against each other here.
Bartholomew splits the difference, can't get the bounce. Bradley gives it up to Lewis. KJ Lewis floats it.
The ball moving, player moving, and a Walker just clear our bodies in the paint.
Now Lewis gets another chance at it.
Look at that.
Look at a
Clearing
Walker
our
go.
bodies.
Oh,
man.
just skied for
Effort,
the rebound in the tip-in.
athleticism of Arizona. 1 shot, 2 shot. Finish.
Bamba had a three-pointer on the other side, misses that time on the right side.
Arizona will live with that.
And sometimes, like my coach once told me, you're open for a reason.
25% three-point shooter. And the Wildcats have the first lead of the game.
What a job by Arizona to fight all the way back. Tough start, but they have responded.
Trailing by as many as 15, another 9-0 run. Bamba gives Oregon the lead right back.
And that's the type of action I'm talking about with Biddle. Use him in a high pick and roll. Get him rolling where he can make a play for himself or a teammate.
That's short roll, too. He's got the ability to catch, make a play for himself, drop it off. Terrific cut on the baseline. Jaden Bradley caught the tough end of this one there. Man.
Got knocked in the jaw. Still trying to recover from it. He was bent over just a few seconds ago. And Bamba's not a small guy.
No, he looks like a linebacker. Gotta guard him.
And Del Orso, one of the better shooters on the team, knocks it home for his first.
That's what gives coaches gray hair. He's literally in the game because he's a knockdown shooter. You leave him wide open, he makes you pay.
I'm not sure Oregon knew what defense they were in.
Anthony Del Orso is the only one shooting about 40% from three of the regular rotation players. Now here's a look for Tracy. Corner shot. Lewis nearly lost it. To Owaka, Biddle drawing the contact and an offensive foul call. Tobe Owaka's second personal.
You might want to guard the guy that's shooting 40% from three. Oregon getting their signals crossed, and Anthony Del Orso is cashing out.
My mom, she was a single mother, and she did everything she could to take care of us, teaching me money wasn't everything, but you needed to live a good life. So the Experian app can help you save time and money, build your credit, just help you gain more knowledge in finances. So download the Experian app right now.
Time out. Let's go to the Ritz fan cam.
Guys, we're on the fan cam.
More like the snack cam.
I look awesome.
Grab the snacks that literally put you in the action. Enter today for a chance to win big, like an all-access VIP trip to the Final Four.
Yours was on E. Catch up. Okay, Hyundai. I see what you did there.
I knew you wouldn't have time to stop for gas.
Let's play a quick game.
For what?
Your car.
My car. You play too much.
The Hyundai Sonata Hybrid with an EPA estimated range of 620 miles.
Second team chicken menu, but now it's caliente. Beneficio, tengo espíritu que me cuida.
Oh, I'm ready. Businesses work best when they put people first. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need, where and when they need them, to help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready.
And get ready for the workday.
So, what do you guys think?
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with those windows.
Andersen makes it easy. They are the #1 trusted window and door brand.
Oh, I love those windows.
They're built to last.
Gorgeous windows.
What a difference.
Andersen. Gosh, I love those windows.
They're magnificent.
You know, in a world where a lot can go wrong, trust your home to Andersen. I trust them. I trust them more.
Get more sports coverage than ever before in the Bleacher Report app. Be sure to download the all-new Bleacher Report app today. Your game summary, my eyes go to the rebounding differential. Arizona's so good, they out-rebound opponents. It was a Big 12 best, almost 7 rebounds per game. It is a 19-13 advantage. It's something that concerns Dana Altman going into this matchup.
Well, Arizona eviscerated Akron on the glass. Oregon certainly presents a better challenge in that regard, but certainly the Wildcats flexing their muscles, getting on the offensive boards, and getting right back in this thing, Jalen.
Oh, did you say flexing their muscles? How about Awaka? He has 12 of those rebounds. The entire Oregon team has 13. He's doing a terrific job of slowing down Biddle as well.
And he stayed in with 2 personal fouls, too, by the way. Defending Biddle right here. They got the 12 rebounds, 6 points. Put back, how about once, twice? Not there for Oregon. And Awaka keeping that alive and tapping it into Bradley's hands. DeLarso then puts it on the deck. Finding Caleb Love inside the paint. Floater not there, too strong. Arizona with 2 separate 9-0 runs. Here's Bamba. Awaka stayed vertical. That one spins around 360 and drops in.
But just enforcing the action the way he did, Bamba goes for the contest, and rightfully so, leaves room for Biddle to do the follow-up.
Biddle's got to work for his points here tonight for sure. He's got 5 points. 3 lead changes, 1 tie. Look at that largest lead for Oregon, and then now tied at 35, and there's another lead for the Wildcats.
That shot is there for the Arizona Wildcats. Pick and roll action, getting the free throw line area, try to knock it down.
Shellstead going well removed. You know, right there, he's going so off course that you just let Jaden Bradley walk right into a 15-footer.
Leading scorers are Bradley with 9 and Love with 9. Look at that. Lewis taps it away. Off to the races. Bradley with the finish. But that was Lewis creating defensively.
KJ Lewis is a big-time defender at 6'4", 210. He can match the physicality, does just that, and he starts that Arizona break.
It's the 4th block for Arizona.
Oregon's not making Arizona pay. When there are these hard hedges, those bigs have got to get out quickly. That short roll and play.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Biddle has one of those. Was going for a second in and out. And KJ Lewis has definitely made an impact off the bench for Arizona. Here he is again, driving, pump fake, draws the foul.
KJ Lewis just matching the physicality of TJ Bamba. There's the rejection, and now the break is on. Jaden Bradley, this little layup there. Arizona playing to their tempo. On to Kembe.
Rest in peace,
yes.
D. Man does not fly in the house of Mutombo. Former teammate in Denver.
5 points, 4 rebounds. And that block you just saw for Lewis. And the free throw falls. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now. And KJ Lewis coming off a really good Big 12 tournament. 15 points, 5 rebounds. He was really good at the free throw line. Only missed 3 times, 14 of 17.
Biddle now out of the game. A little bit frustrated. Already has 3 turnovers.
Think about the run that Arizona has gone on here. It was 19-4. And they have just totally responded to push this out to 41-35.
Yeah, this is the largest lead, an 18-4 run, yeah, with 5 minutes and counting. Bartholomew. You could sense no panic. Tommy Lloyd's early interview with Andy Katz, very systematic about the things they needed to correct. And driving, Bradley can't get it. Here's Tracy on the move. Oh,
what a
come
block.
over. They're going to score
man.
the goal, though. A goaltend.
They're going to take a look at that in the break.
But something to watch there by Carter Bryant. He had 3 blocks, as we mentioned in the first round. He almost had another one here.
Boy. Carter Bryant is just an incredible athlete. I think you're talking about in the cylinder, though. You know, if that ball is above the cylinder when he gets to it, I don't know. I think that was a good block.
It looks like a good block.
I feels like it was a good block as well. Got his hand in the net, maybe had an impact on the call.
Carter Bryant with 2 freshmen. Look at this with the numbers that he's put up. And some good company on that graphic. He has just grown and matured as this season has gone on. Love, who's working off the 9 points here so far tonight. I was looking for Vesar, who gets knocked by Brandon Angel, his second. And a 1-on-1 situation here for Arizona.
And look at the jersey of TJ Bamba. That kind of sums up the physicality of this game. That thing is a V-neck in the front.
Oh, wow. They'll thank the rim for that. Coming up on AT&T at the half, scores and highlights of the latest NCAA tournament news. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Henry Vesar getting some time. He's waited his time. Last year, only averaged about 7 minutes per game and about 2 points per game. Has increased his role. Paul Krivas, injured in mid-December with a left ankle injury, ended his season. And so more minutes to Vesar here this year. TJ Bamba penetrating so strong, drawing the contact against KJ Lewis. That's his first.
Drive the basketball, force contact. If you love, you got to allow Lewis to continue to play that one-on-one defense, shoot over a contest.
TJ Bamba and KJ Lewis are like looking at the mirror at each other. They're like the same guy. Super athlete, great size, big-time defender. Not great shooters from the perimeter. But that's an intriguing matchup there.
Similar to the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right there.
Actually, they take the foul from Lewis, give it to Bradley. So it's Bradley's first. 2 shots here for Bamba. TJ Bamba, his first NCAA tournament, his 5th year of college basketball, came via Washington State and Villanova on the all-defensive Big Ten team. He's the best team's defenders, leads the team in steals, and knocks home the second free throw. And Bradley wants the timeout here for Arizona. About 30 seconds left to play here in this first half.
Here in the city, parking is hard to find. Seems like everyone drives. And those who do should switch to Geico because you could save hundreds on car insurance. Ah, perfect. Valet parking. Hello.
Evening, sir.
Here's the keys. And go easy on my ride, mate. Beef Wellington smells nice.
Switch and save.
Get more with Geico.
We are in the East region, which means the winner of this game will take on number 1-2. Look at the plus 67-point differential. They have just dominated so far in the NCAA tournament.
They've got pros, and they've got one that's going to be a really good pro in Cooper Flagg.
You see at the bottom note there, our first of 2 games with Derek Queen, the freshman, and the buzzer beater. Certainly one of the best NCAA tournament moments here this year. Advances the Terps into the Sweet 16. Big Ten Conference started out this tournament a perfect 10-0. They've suffered some 3 losses here today. Arizona trying to do that to Oregon here tonight. Wildcats seeking back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances for the first time since 2014 and 2015. About a 5-second differential. Yeah, here's Love off the bounce, spinning right into traffic. It was Mookie Cook inserted for Oregon, who just posed himself a duck wall.
How about Mookie Cook, though? Now, he did get some run against Liberty. He hadn't played the 2 Big Ten tournament games. He doesn't get to get on the floor, but it's an offensive effort. They put him in there for his length, and he delivers.
Talk about a specialist. Mookie Cook going for a few seconds and doing his job and now taking a seat. And Oregon has 10 seconds to work with on this possession. Jackson Shellstad.
Great help.
Bryant with the quick hands. Carter Bryant launches from half court. Oh, counts. But it's been something to watch.
Add it to the highlight tape. We've seen so much from that dude. You're out here in Seattle.
As I mentioned, terrific 3-and-D guy, clearly after the buzzer. Great attempt.
He's got a lot of ability. No doubt about that.
All right, Jaden Bradley is standing by with Andy Katz.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Jaden, you guys were down 15. How did you flip the script?
Man, our energy guys off the bench. KJ, CB, our bigs, playing phenomenal, getting stops, and getting in transition.
This is an intense old Pac-12 battle. What's it like to participate?
Man, it means a lot, knowing the history behind it. We just play as hard as we can and try to get that win at the end of the day.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
That was the old Big Ten, Big 12 battle. It is 42-38 at halftime. That's the end of the first half. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Well, would you look at that?
Jerry, you gotta see this.
Saying it. Trust me, after 15 walks, gets a little old. Yeah, I really should be retired by now. Wish I invested when I had the chance. To the moon. Unbelievable.
Stop waiting. Start investing. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley.
Big Tropic Bowl fan, are we?
Lucky you. Acai just got an upgrade at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. 2 words, Nutella drizzle. And the exotic new Dragon Fruit Bowl is as tropical as it gets. Dive spoon first. You're on tropic time now.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Start to break away from UC with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Tremfya blocks a key source of inflammation. At 1 year, many people experienced remission, and some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Lowe's knows spring is a chance to prove you've got this whole adult thing down. With the right advice and same-day delivery, you'll have your home feeling all grown up. Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I'm positive.
I mean, I love that you're trying to help, but why this way?
Because there's a lot going on in the world, and this is how I can help. So, what do you think?
Hey, you know you're not actually allowed to drink in a beer commercial?
Since when?
You gotta wait till it's done. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is AT&T at the half. Your connection, AT&T's guarantee. Connecting changes everything.
Well, it was a 19-4 start for Oregon. It was a 38-19 finish for Arizona. You put all those numbers together, and you got a 4-point game at the break. You got 42-38 is the lead for the Wildcats as they're looking for a spot in the Sweet 16. Welcome, everybody. AT&T at the half. Back here inside Studio 43, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, Clark Kellogg.
Special guest.
Gene Steratore, our rules analyst, is here. Yes, it's great to have you.
Thanks for getting me down here, Ernie. I appreciate it.
You've been upstairs. They lock you up. You watch all the games. and he comes walking out at the end of the day like this.
The lights.
So here's the deal. We have you here because we want to talk about the end of a very dramatic game and the only buzzer beater we've had, Maryland's win over Colorado State, which ended this way.
Gillespie from the out of bounds to the freshman queen who's driving, floats it. Oh! Maryland on the right side of a buzzer beater with life into the Sweet 16.
Now, here's the deal. Not long after that happened, Chuckster, you're to blame because you said, man, I've gotten 13 texts from people saying, how about that travel?
Listen, I was so mad. I'm like, what travel y'all talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have Gene here. So, Gene, tell me, take us through this play.
It's a great play. It's a great ending, right? Look, by rule, the dribble doesn't end until there's firm possession with one hand locked or more times than not with two hands. So we've got to look to see when the dribble ends. Dairy Queen makes the turn around the loop. At that point, when he brings it back up, we don't know if that's fully possessed. If he bobbles that at that point, he could continue to bobble that basketball all the way to the hoop without a travel. So you've got to wait until you can define firm possession. Now the dribble has ended. As I said, most times if not, it's when both hands come together. You can see when Dairy Queen has both hands together, 1 foot hits, next foot, great shot, great ending. To me, it just really doesn't jump off the screen as anything big. I've got to be honest.
I don't know that it jumped off the screen. No, it didn't jump off. No, exactly. And it wasn't just the text Chuck was getting. It was just looking at the internet was like, hey, how about the travel?
How many people texted 13? You got 13 dumb friends. I did too. And you know, Derek friends who at least don't know what a travel is. Derek Queen. Wasn't even close either.
It was the last. None of us thought anything about the shot other than unbelievable shot
on both ends.
No question.
Yes.
And a great finish. And Maryland finally being on the other side of a one-possession buzzer beater game.
Derek Queen, you have guard skills as a big man. Continue to grow your game. This is a big-time play by a big-time freshman. That's it. Pivotal basketball, one-on-one. That's what you do at the end of the game. You know why I'm mad. Because y'all giving in.
Why are you mad?
People on the internet, they all live with the parents. They don't have a job. They sitting around in their drawers.
That's a blanket statement, isn't it, Chuck?
Yes, it is. Because, Clark, there's two type of people in the world. Those people who do, and those people who talk about people who do.
Okay.
And those are people who live with the parents, and they just sit down there eating bonbons and Wait, you know what I think happened? Gee, how long you been upstairs in that dark room?
You mean just this week?
I think it was Gene. He's different people on the internet.
Get me out.
Get him down.
I need a card to get
it's like Gene 101, Gene 102, Gene 103. The thing that annoys me about why we've been having this conversation, that wasn't even close. That wasn't even close. I'm like, who's traveling? What are y'all talking about?
The other thing I think is happening, and this isn't just this sport. right? First of all, it's not reviewable. Okay, so let's take this technological advancement where we are doing some officiating frame by frame by frame. What is this? What is that? When does the catch end? When does the dribble end? So now you have people creeping on that frame by frame world, right? And you slow this down frame by frame and you say, oh my goodness, look, there's his foot. The ball's here. That's one. That counts as one. So many times now in this game we love and in technological enhancements, we're starting to frame things down. We're starting to look at plays not in real time. We're starting to try to overanalyze things that are natural when we watch them, because sometimes some of these major decisions are made because we're looking at things frame by frame, right?
I think the refs are getting a bad. First of all, I think most refs probably get 90-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Without a doubt. Yes.
But because of television replay, better televisions, of course you get it right sitting in your damn house. And when you watch it like 12 different angles, I do. I got a lot of respect for NFL basketball officials. But this thing now where, like, I'm sitting at home. I saw it in HD, 4K, 22 times. The ref missed it by this much. Of course he did.
Right.
I think these guys do a fair job, and now because of technology, I think they're starting to get a better. And a lot of these fools bet on the game too. Let's get that out.
I don't even want to talk about that, but as a ref, the standard is perfection.
Yeah,
and anything below the standard is unacceptable.
Well, thank you.
I'm
glad that we could spring along.
Get
back up there.
Come out.
It's in that little dark room.
Thank you, team. All right.
Back with more AT&T at the half right after this.
If you're planning on all getting together, why stay in hotel rooms and not be together? Get an Airbnb and actually get together.
Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody say.
With the Ultimate Hut Bundle, create your ultimate Pizza Hut feast.
With any 2 medium pizzas.
Any flavor of boneless wings.
And any sticks and dips.
So what's in your ultimate? Was that Gronk?
I got meat lovers and double pepperoni. That's what we got.
No, we didn't.
Did you lie to Gronk? I wouldn't lie.
Yeah, Gronk's not going to fall for that.
I thought we were bundle bros.
Can I be a bundle bro?
Bundle bros!
So many options, incredible value. The Ultimate Hut Bundle, starting at $24.99. No one outpizzas the Hut.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower, the most powerful mower in its class, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Find an Ego retailer near you.
Why is Rent so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them.
Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
That's better.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it'd tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
Hey, nobody actually fears South Carolina. Don't worry, you can't go left. Okay, that just means you can't go right. That's all right. We're going to see how y'all play against some real competition.
I knew that.
And these chips is trash.
She is more worried about her trip than she is her
Your jumper is broken. Our coach's better than yours. Y'all, this team is average. I seen you drop that pass. I know you hear me.
Way too many questions I've been on my ass. Changing locations because I've been on the map. They'll never see us, now they know where we are. I just hit you with a slap. Way too many questions I don't know how to ask.
The spraying of water bottles, the cheers of excitement, teams advancing in the bracket. That's what winning an NCAA tournament is all about. However, for every team staying alive to play another day, another season has come to a close.
Elation on one side and agony on the other.
Words can't describe the respect I have for the men to my left.
I love this team to death. I love these guys to death. I hate it ended this way. The biggest thing in this tournament is just wanting to keep going, wanting to get more games with your team, wanting to keep winning, wanting to create more memories. And I mean, that's just what kind of hurts most.
That man right there next to Wade, one of the greatest people you will ever meet. You mean everything to me. I love you.
Thinking that this is the last game that I'm going to put a Yale jersey on with Best Bank, it just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart.
I feel like it's all on me, not let them down. My legacy more than just win or lose. It's about bouncing back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
I love every one of you. Everybody, man. You guys are awesome.
This is a fun game, and it's a blast to get to do this with him. You're up, bud.
These have been the best few weeks of my life, and I hope we have many, many more of them.
Yeah, for every game-winning bucket and every celebration you see, those sometimes are much more profound and long-lasting than those others.
Those are real, raw emotion because you care and you've invested a great deal of yourself in something that's bigger than you. And when it comes to an end, you hurt.
Yeah.
And that's human. And that's the other side of the thrill of victory is the agony of defeat and the real raw pain that you feel when you're disappointed. And that's life for all of us.
There's very few things of joy and finality. And there's two sides. There's a finality of triumph, but there's only going to be one. And there's 63 that at the finality of that night are going to feel sad. So you have to understand that and you kind of move on. When you play basketball, there's several levels of death.
Mm-hmm.
When you play together in high school, some of y'all move on. When you play to college, some of y'all move on. When you get to the NBA, it's very few. There's a finality to that. The last time you're going to play basketball with your guys, that's what hurts more than anything.
And as Pat Riley told me one day, in basketball, there are two things, winning and misery. That'll wrap up this edition of AT&T at the Half. Second half between the Ducks and the Wildcats coming up. And now to Blake and Joe, the Guarantee guys, courtesy of the AT&T Guarantee.
You know what's guaranteed? Winners have game face game.
Oh, game face game? Yeah, I'm sure that's really important.
Yeah. You want to see mine?
Yeah. You just look unwell. No, that's not.
All right, let's see yours then, dude.
My game face?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I didn't do anything yet.
Oh, you win, dude. Like, just take the game.
Here. Is this better?
Ooh, that gave me the heaves.
Okay, everybody, that's lunch.
Mud mask?
I've always felt the importance of community. To be there for them like they've been there for me. To care for them. I feel like I've grown a lot as a professional and as a person. I know it because I see how proud my family is.
Toxic gas located in the forward compartment.
Before I knew, I was different. Before I understood,
Remember, Oregon started, you mentioned it, Robbie, 19-4. That was in the first, basically, 5 minutes of the game, and Arizona responded with a couple of separate lines. There's your guy,
Right on cue. It's all set there by Delorso. Dribble drive. He takes it down that lane line. Help comes over. He dishes it off.
It's okay. Waka averages 8 points. Out 8 rebounds is well above that.
Middle as a 7-footer has screening skills. There you go. That's what you need to do. Have him be the screener so that now you get Walker's body off of his, then he has room to operate.
It's the second on Townsend. Let's check in with Andy Katz.
Well, exactly to the point that you guys were just making. When I talked to Dana Allman as we were walking onto the court, he said it was fool's gold in those first 5 minutes. Everyone thought it was going to be easy, almost like Liberty. I mean, they were taking these shots. Everything was going down. They didn't really need to defend as well early on. And then Arizona got the way they wanted to go, which is up and down, and Oregon was chasing them. It was exactly what they didn't want to do. So he stressed in the locker room, settle down. Let's get back to the way we want to play.
There's a lot of vets on this team, thank you, Andy, for Oregon, but not a lot of NCAA tournament experience. You got Evan Shellstad, Tracy, the only ones who played with Oregon last year in the NCAAs.
I like the fact that Oregon was able to make Arizona pay. If you're going to hard hedge, you got to short roll that thing and get out.
Harlow, the leading steals leader here on his team, just ripped it away and takes it in for 2.
Ain't that all defensive team in the Big Ten? He's got every physical asset you would want in a great defender. Terrific size, active hands, defense creating offense for the Ducks.
And he's giving you 10 points so far this game.
Oh, it's right at his average of 10.
Taking on this assignment right here. Have to keep Caleb Love in check.
And Walker's on the good screen, gets it right back and puts it in.
Middle doesn't want to foul. Picked up those 2 in the first half. Tries to pull the chair out. Waka, great balance to finish that play off.
Waka now the 9th double-double of the season for him.
I think for Oregon, they want to put Delorso in action. So that's what they did right there with Bartholomew, but he couldn't finish it off.
I would like him to put Biddle in action to try to get him going.
Delorso, pump fake, can't pay it off with a 3.
And as a 7-footer, Biddle is so versatile. He could be the ball handler where someone could screen for him. He also can get a cross screen and get him on the post.
Shellstad penetrating, so good at the finish, too. And finding that crease, he's got 14. Jackson Shellstad averages about 13 per game. Having a really good NCAA tournament, coming off that 17-point performance in the first round. Pulls and hits from 3. And Caleb Love with his second 3-pointer.
That just unlocks his game when he's making a 3-point shot. Not very efficient shooting from behind the arc, but when he's knocking that down, it just opens up the rest of his game, in particular the mid-range. Here you see stepping up with confidence and knocking down the 3.
Bamba going under right there. Love is capable. He's scored a ton of points. He's made a ton of threes. You mentioned the percentage, maybe not great, Jalen, but you know he can get going.
Nearly with a pickoff. Free safety. Angel can't get the 3-pointer. Another rebound for Waka. He's got 12. Jalen Bradley. Caleb Love stays inbounds. Right with that baseline. Delorso with a shoulder shake. Go ahead. Anthony Delorso.
Him in the second half, getting to the basket multiple times. Wants to drop it off for somebody else. And there, that little spin move, nice take on the baseline by Delorso.
Bradley with the pickoff, 7 turnovers now for Oregon, and coming over is Angel with the block.
Heat check. End of the game, cornerstone.
Delorso gets a second chance at it. Turns and stares down the Arizona fan base.
And that's why, as the coaching staff, you hated to see him get that wide open one in the first half that he knocked down. Now you have a confident shooter, terrific play here on the baseline. My guy Smitty, Steve Smith will be proud seeing Delorso on the baseline.
Smitty could do that too.
Absolutely. For Belfort, it's not just restoration. It's your home. Belfort, restoring more than property.
Lowe's knows running a home or business can add up. fast. And with the free Milo's Rewards membership, your earnings add up fast too. Earn points toward Milo's money, get member-only deals with free shipping. Join for free and get more with Lowe's.
My daddy said the devil was coming.
Who are you going to kill? Every last one of you.
Which part of heaven? He's not there. I'm gonna find a way out of this, I promise. Amen. Sinners, April 18th.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces path of homebound. And I need you, and I miss you.
Right now, Uber Eats is delivering more deals. Like this buy one, get one KFC 5-piece tender combo. So you can get more food, and then more food. Get deals on your favorites. Order now on Uber Eats.
No, you're joking.
Have you seen across Gotham City? It seems our only hope is Batman.
Batman? Now, close enough. Batman. Gotta tell you, the suit really bunches up in the old Batcave, if you know what I mean.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Come, giddy up, Batmobile. Do something, Batman! Stop that, lady.
Nice fanny bag.
Thank you.
Any last words?
Just one. So long, dermatologist.
That's why you need the real deal.
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's hurtful.
You wouldn't settle for Bateman when there's Batman. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Never play with poison ivy.
Someone's a flirt. Bateman, please.
I'm Jamie Erdahl back in New York, and now let's get ready for anything. Presented by Geico. Michigan State looking to extend the lead on New Mexico. Put up a shot, no good, but the offensive board, the hoop, and the harm by the freshman Jace Richardson was excellent. So sweet. This is Tom Izzo's 16th Sweet 16. Michigan State will play Ole Miss on Friday, 71-63, the final.
Jamie, thank you. So, Jamie Rose, we look at this bracket. Possibly be what? Michigan State battle for the Final Four.
Well, the whole world knows I would be that day. No question about it. And 4 other gentlemen likely will be joining me too. And they're called the Fab Five.
That's the also here.
No question about it. And 4 other gentlemen likely will be joining me too. And they're called the Fab Five.
That's the also here. Right at a one-on-one.
Shake the bench for 2. Ended an 8-0 run.
What Dana Altman is so good at just finding the mismatches that they want to attack and going right at it.
Love taking the contact. Shot won't count, but the whole building wanted it to. And Brombaugh with his second. Caleb Love, all kinds of love to his head coach, Tommy Lloyd, saying he gave me a second chance at this college thing. Let me be myself.
And for as critical as everyone's been about him, he was the basketball player of the year last year. He's had some really, really good games at Arizona.
Awaka has been fantastic. Outscoring Biddle 14-6. And defensively doing a terrific job. He's got controlling the paint.
He's got a 12 and 12 game. Biddle takes the contact, count the bucket. And Nate Biddle coming alive. And Awaka with his third personal. Tobe Awaka has done a good job not picking up that third foul until here. Biddle to the free throw line when we come back. Who are you?
Today's the day.
Who is this woman?
I'm scared.
I've come for a reason.
How do we stop her?
Go to light, Ted. She needs the light to make a shadow.
Stay away from my family.
rated PG-13.
Here in the city, parking is hard to find. Seems like everyone drives. And those who do should switch to Geico because you could save hundreds on car insurance. Ah, perfect. Valet parking. Hello.
Evening, sir.
Here's the keys. And go easy on my ride, mate. Beef Wellington smells nice.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No games. No fun.
Yes, Coach.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a host, try one you have all to yourself.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
With these bad boys, I can watch all the TVs of Buffalo Wild Wings. I won't miss any March Madness. Doug City for 3. Nice shot! You look great. You look great. We do not look great. Let's go Sports Bar.
We take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance. Jalen Rose, the guy you've been impressed with all game long. Tobe Awaka.
Already with a double-double, 12 and 12. He's been terrific. His physicality, his strength, his dominance in the paint, and also the elephant in the room, his defensive tenacity against Biddle, which other than the previous play where the guy at the free throw line now has a chance for a three-point play, it seems like certain plays, Awaka's almost had Biddle tiptoeing around the lane like he's surrounded by an electronic fence.
There's just a lot to like about what Arizona's doing outside of Tobe Awaka. He's been phenomenal, but the Cats 6 of 11 from 3. They have 10 offensive rebounds, 10 assists to 5 turnovers. They've been tremendous all night long.
Now we're seeing his own look here from Morgan. Bradley turned away. Here's Bryant coming off the bench, not there. Look at the speed here from Bamba and the strength from Bamba. Nearly got the and one and draws the foul against Bryant, his second.
He makes multiple weight room plays a game where you're just like, this dude is a specimen out here.
4 straight double-figure scoring games headed into the NCAAs. And 6 points in the first round.
It definitely, Lisa, took him some time to find his way. And that's the case with a lot of transfers. You come into a program trying to find your role, trying to figure out where you fit in offensively. But clearly at the end of the year, TJ Bamba was playing his best basketball of the season.
He's a guy from the Bronx, and he finds himself in Eugene, Oregon.
Yep.
And he's the second leading scorer here tonight for Oregon with his 12 points, right behind the 14 from Shellstep. And Oregon struggling just 2 of 8 from the foul line.
That's going back to the zone here. See if Arizona can navigate.
A.J. Lewis slips a beautiful pass that can't be handled. It was right in traffic.
Without a walk in the game, let's see if Biddle can get going offensively.
Bartholomew pulls up for mid-range and hits.
He's a very good shooter off the bounce from 2. 45% on those types of shots this year. Keyshawn Bartholomew just finding that open space and drilling it.
It's a full circle moment to play Arizona once again for Keyshawn Bartholomew. Had a season-ending ankle injury last year. He dislocated his ankle.
Great contest there by Kwame Evans.
Bartholomew surveying his options, whips the pass to Bamba, passes up the 3, kicks it back out to Shellstep. He'll take it and make it.
just drive and kick basketball. Touch the paint, spray it to your shooters. Oregon with a real response.
And it also, Arizona looks a lot different with a Walker on the bench. Oregon makes big plays without him in the game. And you see shell stack. Free. I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
From tip-off to the final buzzer, fan work is thirsty work. Refreshed with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Lisa Vines and Jalen Rose. Robbie Hummel handicaps on the sideline. The old Pac-12 rivals catching up here tonight in Seattle, Washington for a spot in the Sweet 16 and the right to take on #1 seed Duke over in New Jersey at the Prudential Center.
This zone, it morphs. It's a matchup, so you really just got to run your stuff here. You see Kwame Evans is coming over, but they will pass guys off.
Well, certainly something that Tommy Lloyd talking about calling that timeout. Caleb Love, a zone buster for 3.
Big time shot by Love for his third 3.
Set that ball screen and shoot right over the top of it.
15 points now for Love, who averaged last year about 21 points in 3 meetings against Oregon.
Well, let's see if Oregon can get rid of some confidence offensively.
A different matchup here with Vasar. Biddle can be physical and get him near the rim.
You can tell he likes that one better. Trying to reverse, can't get it. And Jalen, to your point, you got to wonder how long they're going to go without Awaka. Lewis for 3. And a timeout called as Bartholomew was caught in the corner. So Oregon with the timeout with 13:05 left to play in the second half. We will take a timeout with them from Seattle.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You put on the biggest event of the year every single weekend, surviving the strongest storms, meeting chaos with composure. You roll up your sleeves to roll out the red carpet, because the end of the night for you is the beginning of the rest of their lives. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
The dunk has been busy all NCAA tournament long. Mop on the floor.
His activity level is high for
basketball.
He is.
Not yesterday, but 2 days ago, it felt like yesterday, he was spinning on a chair, creating all kinds of havoc for the security people here in the arena.
Long prep time with the late game for him.
Waiting for it. A foul call. On Vasar.
Oregon's trying to go right at Vasar with a walking out the game. Tommy Lloyd can't believe the call. He felt like Biddle had lost his balance.
Vasar with the 1 point and 3 personal fouls now. Here's another look at it.
We want to try to get Biddle going, as I mentioned. 3 field goals, 3 turnovers so far.
I think that was pretty fortunate for Oregon that that wasn't a travel.
It'll be Bryant this time, trying to tee up the 7-footer Biddle. Wow, and he does. He's got that long wingspan, knocks it away. Arizona with 8 points off turnovers here tonight. Jaden Bradley.
I like the matchup here. See if he gives it up and gets it back, or if he just takes him to the rim. Great cut.
Oh, slips the pass. Oh, they're going to wave it off.
Oh, my. But that's a technical foul. Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be a tech.
It's a tremendous cut here. KJ Lewis has everything on the jam, but wow, what a turn of events.
Yes, mental mistake.
You know, in a dunk contest, that would be something.
Now during NBA All-Star Weekend, if we only could get the players that are competing on Sunday to actually participate on Saturday.
Class B technical foul for hanging on the rim.
A Class B technical foul for hanging on the rim, and look at the reaction. Are you kidding me?
KJ Lewis has got to just, hey, it happened, now you move on. And you can see how frustrated he is with himself. But I like that Jaden Bradley has come over here and talked to him. He's a valuable piece of this team. He's a big-time defender. Not your best, but you have to move past it.
And the one free throw for the Class B technical foul on KJ Lewis. And Oregon will get the ball.
An ineffective middle sent to the bench.
And Oregon gets the ball because it's an alternating possession. So that arrow just switched back to Arizona.
Shellstaff, another three-pointer. That time it's short. The tip out, and Bradley chases it down. Caleb Love was calling for it cross court. Love leading the way with his 15 points. Drives, drops it off. Thanks, Hair down, but rise up for the big fella.
They are being active on these hard edges, and Jackson Shellstead is really just retreating. They're not making Arizona pay for it.
Tracy sneaks his way in for two and just his second bucket of the night.
What a luxury for Oregon to have guys coming off the bench. Jadrian Tracy, big body, 6'5", 210, all the way to the rim.
Second year at Oregon. Shellstaff defending Love. Like that matchup. Love the floater. Float game is pure, and he's got 17 points.
Float on.
Shooting 50%. Supreme Cook now into the game. Oh my goodness, Bryant.
That was not going to go in.
Once again, Bryant with a goaltend.
Think about Supreme Cook posting up, not really one of his strengths. He's an offensive rebounder. Carter Bryant, this is another mental error by Arizona. It's not going in, and this is 2 points that Oregon steals.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, serves up the big smasher burger. Or you can settle for a drive-thru. Plus, get fries, a drink, and bottomless chips and salsa for just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network. What we can't guarantee, everyone else giving good advice.
Don't forget about Tech now. They're not even in the tournament.
Yeah, don't listen to him. That's called a sleeper, son.
Where's my new nephew?
Or blue blood, being in your blood. What, the devil? Or avoiding spoilers.
We did it! You did it!
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, the deals you want, and the service you deserve. Or we'll make it right. That's the AT&T guarantee.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Perfect.
I'm so excited!
This is cuisine at a different level.
Oh, yeah. Food makes me so happy.
Eva Longoria, Searching for Spain. Premieres April 27th on CNN.
This is where we live on Southside.
Monsters.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, you'll be dead.
Are we doing this? Hell yeah, we're doing this. I had no control over that, which is a shame because that was a beautiful flying hook. Hell yeah. How you feeling, bud?
Feeling good because you're here, buddy.
I got you, pal.
American Dad, all new Mondays at 10 on TBS. Set your DVR now.
11 minutes to play in this one, 63-57. Time for our AT&T Connected Cam. We go back to the last possession for Arizona.
Well, these empty side pick and rolls are so hard to guard, and you see just the lane that Henry Vasar is going to have here. If you're not early as the strong side low man, and he's barely even in your screen, it's Kwame Evans. He falls asleep. Henry Vasar is up here hanging on rims. A breakdown by Oregon, an easy basket for Arizona.
That's not when they clear out the top side and your guard is up. You're going to force that down where you can get help.
Here's Love into the corner. Bradley sidestep, pulls up for three.
What a rebound.
Carter Bryant gets wrapped up. Gonna make him earn it from the free throw line.
Carter Bryant's making himself some money in the NCAA tournament. This dude is balling.
Could be a few people watching.
The stat line maybe not as, doesn't pop the way it did in the first round, but still just so impactful with defensive plays. You saw him shoot it on night one here in Seattle.
It's the body build, too, right? He's listed at 6'8", 225. I mentioned his wingspan, like his fingers are dangling down by his kneecaps.
Mine looks like he's 12. So it's like,
He's got like the BJ Armstrong baby face.
Good combination.
Bamba in traffic. Somehow finding Cook.
Walker got away with a foul right there.
And Walker has checked back in out of that timeout. His 13th rebound. Doesn't waste any time picking that up.
He's lost the ball a couple times here.
That's a nasty fall by Love.
Yeah, it is.
He ran into the table.
Good sportsmanship, too, for Shellstad, as well as Evans Jr. to come over and help him out.
A little loose with the handle a couple times. Man, he hit that table hard. You're right, Jalen.
I'll still be down in the fetal position.
So one of the other reasons why you don't play that, right? Love's out of the game right now. He's sitting on the bench. Bamba takes the counter.
You got to tell Orso was the help man, and TJ Bamba, he sees that. He is getting downhill. Smart play out of that pick and roll. When Anthony Del Orso's on the floor, Oregon has tried to target him and put him in these actions.
Bamba and Shellstad have been carrying Oregon offensively. They're going to need more people if they're going to win this game, in particular Biddle.
Think about Biddle, the way that he has played to end the season. 9 of his last 10 double figures, 18 points, 8 rebounds a game, almost 3 blocks. Has been efficient on the offensive end. They need more Nate Biddle.
You look at his numbers, though, in his career against Arizona, they're not great. The most that he's played, 17 minutes. The most that he's scored is 10 points. He's 1-3 against the Wildcats in his career. You see his first round numbers against Liberty, 14 points, 8 of them, 8 points here tonight.
Wow.
KJ Lewis brings it up.
And another thing that isn't on the stat sheet for Walker is an effective screener. Allow the ball handler to turn the corner, kick out for 3.
How about KJ Lewis, though, knocking down the triple as a 17% three-point shooter?
Rounded up to 18%.
I think they'll still play the percentages for the Oregon Ducks.
You're right. It'll stay here.
Loose ball here, Jaden Bradley. Did he knock that off the leg of Jadrian Tracy?
Here's Biddle coming for it. The quick spin and hook shot.
Like Like you said, Jalen, getting him on the move, getting him away from Milwaukee so it's not a grinded-out type possession. Oregon doing a nice job of moving the big fella there.
And like we saw with Delorso, hopefully once Biddle watches the basketball go in like that, that gives him some rhythm offensively. He can get himself going.
Biddle's got 10 points, 7 rebounds. Lewis driving, pops out.
It's a test by Biddle at the rim.
Evans, here we go. Bamba over to Biddle. Look at that pump fake. Gives it back to Bamba for 3.
I want Bill to shoot that.
Tracy tries to put it back. That gets blocked.
Put it on the floor. Whoa.
Colors are favoring Oregon, but Arizona bails them out with a foul.
I want Nate Biddle to shoot it, and Kwame Evans has to just go right back up with it. Oregon incredibly fortunate to retain that possession.
And that's 4 fouls on Awaka. So he'll get subbed out as Vasar checks back in. There's Awaka, there's the foul.
Reaching over the top.
Well, that's actually the straight jacket, literally.
Kwame Evans put himself in a tough spot. You put that thing on the floor, those guards are coming to dig that thing out. Have to keep it high.
Kwame Evans Jr., one of the 3 players who actually do have NCAA tournament experience with Oregon. Last year played a couple of games. Lewis will sub out, and Caleb Love will check back in. Lewis with his 10 points off the bench. Free throws still have not been counted for Oregon. 6 of 13. Love a deep shot.
Another again.
Bartholomew using the middle screen. Biddle's calling for it. He's been loving this matchup all night long against Vasar, and the hook shot, and he's got 12 points.
The difference between Awaka and Vasar physically, Jalen, is night and day.
Absolutely.
Awaka sitting out with the 4 fouls. Now inside 8 minutes left to play. Arizona's missed his last couple of shots. Evans makes the catch. And Delorso, he's second.
Oregon just not going away. Nate Biddle, they've been waiting for him. He's bringing the boom here on Henry Vasar. Getting to that right jump hook. The Oregon Ducks not going anywhere.
Powerade, hydrating the journey with 50% more electrolytes.
Oh, these Katie's are fire. Katie, you work here?
Whatever, kid.
Take notes. Every shoe for every athlete, only at Dick's.
Gotta have a lucky charm when you ride, right? Make you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones.
Bracelet for my husband.
Oh, Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit named Sweet. It's Swedish.
That's a whole rabbit.
Named Sweet.
Well, there's really no need for a lucky charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back.
We're just going to ignore the fact that Carl has a rabbit.
Named Sweet.
Okay, folks, we are back from the break. We're going to take you out west, where the biggest...
Nothing beats fresh. That's why Wendy's uses fresh, never frozen beef, with every burger made fresh for you, not waiting on you.
That is not a good look.
Totally.
Keep things fresh this March Madness with a $1 JBC or $1 double stack in the app. Gotta be Wendy's.
Why are you walking so slowly? It makes this scene feel more cinematic.
I get that. It's just maybe not the best time to walk in slow motion.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
Introducing the all-new Acura ADX. Take your bugs on go, 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 go. Take your bugs on go.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Take your bugs on go. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to back your energy. Take your bugs on go.
Your game summary in a 4-point game. Keep an eye on that free throw story. We're watching a new chapter to the rivalry tonight as we check in with Andy Katz.
Well, I'll tell you, I've covered the sport for over 30 years. One of my top 10 games I ever witnessed. This man right here, Luke Jackson, doing the Oregon radio from the Luke and Luke Show, February 19th, 2004, at the old Mac Court. He had 42-10 and 187 loss to Salim Stoudemire with 37 and number 14 Arizona. What a game! What a rivalry! The late great Lou Olson for Arizona. At that time, it was Ernie Kent, the Luke and Luke Show. Such a great rivalry between Oregon and Arizona for decades. I hope they can bring it back in the regular season. Luke Jackson right there, one of the all-time greats of Oregon.
They're working hard, too, on the sideline. Hey, you know, when Dana Altman took over this job as the head coach, he said we had to look at Arizona and UCLA. And so those are the programs we have to compete against and recruit against. Those are the programs that we have to beat. And he said that, frankly, yesterday, I'd love to play them in the future. Played them 27 times in the last 14 years. And it's like, well, look, I mean, we travel a lot. We'd love to stay out west if we can.
They go east plenty. So to find some of those games on the West Coast, certainly that would be awesome to make it happen.
Is trying to free up Love. Look at those quick hands by Shellstad. Somehow Love gives it back. Bradley to face our Biddle knocks it away.
Active hands by the Ducks on transition, 3-on-2 break.
Working on a 6-0 run. Bravo thought about the three to possibly tie it. Angel reverses it to second side, and the block from Lewis.
Got numbers.
Great rejection. They got numbers.
Vasar back to KJ Lewis, who will finish it off.
Bartholomew lost his shoe.
Starting it on one end and finishing it on the other.
That's an incredible block there. KJ Lewis is beat off the bounce and gets that thing from behind. Bartholomew's shoe comes off, and Arizona takes advantage.
Just got a piece.
KJ Lewis again.
Lewis has got 3 of the 4 blocks here for Arizona tonight. Inside 6.5. Biddle going right at Vasar once again. We're amongst the trees, and the 7-footer delivers.
I'm a room to operate without a walker on the inside. A couple of mental errors also helped Oregon get back into the game. The Lewis Class B tech on the rim, Bryant goaltend, a Walker foul trouble. Now they're taking advantage.
Once Vasar's turn, back the other way, going right at Biddle. Gets his own miss. Will he put it back? He does with the left hand, too strong. Shellstad, no look, what a pass. And Lewis rips it away. Out to Love. Oh, Biddle. He nearly had a throw down for the ages.
These plays just are starting to feel the magnitude of this game coming down the stretch. Oregon can't cash in. Caleb Love, you got to foul him. Otherwise, this is going to be a jam. But for Nate Biddle, that has been in foul trouble tonight. That's his 3rd, so certainly he gets one more. That's something to watch.
Actually, the relationship between Tommy Lloyd and Caleb Love So he gave him a second chance. Lloyd told him, all I told him was, let's go for it. You know, what does that look like? It looks like trusting your habits. And be the guy that's been the player of the year. Be the guy that's led North Carolina to the national championship game. Be the guy that's putting up 19 points here tonight. Lewis just won't. He's like the shadow of Shellstead, but commits the foul.
Well said. The effort is there. The competitive spirit has been terrific by Lewis defensively. Bryant on that side. Also for Bamba, Awaka. Like, these young men are already playing with such tenacity.
We've addressed this with this matchup in this series between Arizona and Oregon. It has come down to the point total. Arizona wanted a high-scoring game. Dana Altman and Oregon would like to keep it 70 or below.
Like Jalen said, I love the effort from Lewis, but you've got to understand that if you're in the bonus, now Oregon misses another free throw, but Jackson Shellstead at 84% from the line, and you don't want to put him there.
6 for 17 from the free throw line are the Ducks.
Look at Bamba into the ball, and then
it's Bamba, his third.
Oregon in a better spot foul-wise. That's just the team's fourth.
Robbie, in your opinion, how long before you go back to a watching?
I would say the under 4. I think at the under 4, as long as you trust him. Now, there's different levels of trust with different players. I think the under 4 is when we'll see him again.
Kittle blocks Love. Love's not intimidated, though, but turned away. Over to Bryant.
Great multiple efforts by Biddle. Great block shot, secures the rebound.
Shellstead frees himself up for the mid-range.
You just can't get picked off right there. And Carter Bryant getting behind on the screen. Basar not impacting the ball enough. And Jackson Shellstead catching that thing from 15.
He's got a 20-point game, his 6th of the season.
Wow.
Rattles it in.
And there's that turn down again. You've got to make him use the ball screen.
Another 20-point game for Caleb Love in the tournament, his 4th in his career. 13th 20-point game of the season. Inside 4 minutes.
Getting another touch. Great kick out.
Evans Jr. in and out. He's got competing fan base chants going on in this arena. The old Pac-12 rivals duking it out. Basar for 3.
I would like to have seen that get back to Caleb Love. Basar can make that 34% on the year, but with Caleb Love making the last one, I'd like to see the ball in his hands.
Agreed.
Shellstead comes back to get it. Bradley defending.
A lot of standing around here.
With 6 on the shot clock, they gotta go. And Bamba with Love steps it back.
Not a good possession.
Lewis to Basar. And doing that shot, hands off to Love. He saw his and
great hesitation. And it starts with Basar not thinking about the 3, doing the dribble handoff, allowing Love to turn the corner. Terrific hesitation. Dunk over the top.
He's been lining up for one of those and finally got it.
You've got to respect the jumper with Caleb Love. So he's flying off this thing. There's the turn down. Shellstad's got to make him use it. Caleb Love getting it done from 3. And then you got that hesitation and go. Blowing by middle. Caleb Love is hanging on rims.
What is going on?
People love how the new Homes.com helps them get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
Oh, so I'm done?
Oh, no. We're still not sure everyone knows that we're the only site that always connects you to the listing agent rather than selling off your contact info. So we're going to keep you up there a little while longer.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting great exposure. Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat?
Ooh, what about a beret?
Oh, ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Le dije, vamos a hacer maldades, vuelve te traje, luego ya no van a decir no baila porque sale, me anormales, cabrón, tú me ves en el, esto es para la nena, no, para los nenes, para la...
It's your phone. With Verizon, trade in any phone in any condition.
Whole flight info from Notes, send to mom.
And get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with AI and a watch and tab all on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
The Home Depot has fast, free next day delivery, so you can slow down and nail your free throws. You throw it in your cart, we deliver it fast and free. Order today and get fast, free delivery from the Home Depot.
Why is Rent so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them. Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
That's better. Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
Making beach towels. Now that's serious business. The guys at SandCloud chose a serious business card. The Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy, like this fabulous fabric. They get big purchasing power so their business can spend more and earn more.
Our 2% cash back helps us build our retail store.
You need a place to sell all these great looking towels. What's in your wallet?
Adam Lefkoe, Jay Wright, Candace Parker, Seth Davis have all the highlights and analysis on Inside March Madness presented by Buick. Coming up next, only on TBS. Rose, Robbie Hummel with you. Look at the foul trouble. And TJ Bamba with the 3 fouls, Biddle with 3. Awaka's the big story, though. With 4 fouls, he's going to sit back down on the bench. Does that surprise you guys?
A little bit. Coaching up Vasar right there. We certainly could see him quickly, but for Oregon, they need a better offensive possession here, and the ball has got to be in the hands of Jackson Shellstad.
Awaka went out with the 4 personals with 8:40 left to play, and Arizona was up 68-62.
Oh, wow.
Bamba! Oh, challenging lane in the air. Count the bucket. A body bucket and one.
What athleticism.
Oh, my gosh, Jalen.
Explosive.
Well, it's one of those plays where you get boosted up. I mean, Vasar's going vertical, but TJ Bamba, that's an incredible take.
I'm enjoying the games within the game. Shellstad versus Love, Bamba versus Lewis, Biddle versus Awaka.
Or Reed Bamba makes good on the free throw. Meanwhile, Vasar, that's his 4th as well. So Awaka with 4 and Vasar with 4.
How about the Caleb Love that we've seen tonight? 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, efficient from the field. He's been one of the best players on the floor.
He's got the last 7, too, for Arizona, and he comes around to get the handoff. Between the legs, Caleb Love. Oh! We've got the player of the year, Caleb Love, tonight. 27 points.
Well, do you think
that Arizona likes this play. It's just that dribble handoff, and you're going to get Caleb Love flying off. Oregon switches it because Bamba's behind. Now it's one-on-one. You got Biddle, who's just a little bit late to the party. Caleb Love has been phenomenal tonight.
He scored the last 10 points.
The call on the floor is Arizona ball.
Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd's favorite group is the Beastie Boys. And I'm pretty sure he would enjoy and appreciate me saying Caleb Love has been crafty.
He certainly has. We're taking a look at who this is off of. KJ Lewis in there, certainly with TJ Bamba swinging too.
Off Arizona.
The call on the court is Arizona ball. Well, they're looking. Good time to bring in our rules analyst, Gene Steratore.
I'm going to go with you guys and say off Arizona. I think they'll come to that conclusion pretty quick. I think you see Lewis last the touch right here. I think the next question they'll be doing now, or next segment, is trying to find when the ball hits out of bounds and what the clock status is when that occurs.
Gene, we really just went to you just to make sure that you were still up on the last tip of the night. So it's good that you're still with us.
Well, thanks, Lisa. I mean, I really just got here, it seems like, about
16
6 days ago. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, though.
Can I ask Gene the next yes/no question? Did Queen travel on that game winner?
That one right. I got a 50-50 chance. I'm sorry?
Did Queen travel on the game-winning shot in the previous game?
Now, I spoke to it down in the studio here a little while ago. To me, listen, by rule, the dribble doesn't end until you have firm possession. And in most cases, it's with both hands on the basketball, right? Not just a little clutch with the left hand because it could be bobbled. And when you look at it that way, and indeed when possession takes place, it's just a good step and a half.
Asked about Derek Queen's game winner in our first game with Maryland. Winning that one, and they did reverse, so it's Oregon basketball with 1:49 left to play.
I can see some action with Shellstad and Biddle.
Watch him to the strong side corner. Oh my goodness!
Toss it away, Bradley.
Lob
with the other.
Whoa!
Someone's got to finish that off.
Well, just be solid if you're Arizona right there. What a swing!
What a sequence! And now it's a 4-point game.
You got Caleb Love running. You've got KJ Lewis running. You just have to score it. It doesn't matter. The style points at this point in the game, you cannot make that error. And it's multiple times tonight, Jalen, where we've seen Arizona just not capitalize and not be solid.
There was no communication between Lewis and Love on that.
Well, if you're Lewis, you got to let Love get it. He's running the lane. He's on the outside.
Oh my goodness.
And Bradley's getting wrapped up. Here's Love. Shovel pass. Baystar gets hammered by Bamba.
The difference in those two plays. Right.
That's what I call learning from your mistakes.
It's true. Nice play by Caleb Love of driving it hard at Biddle. You get him to commit. You jump stop and you dump it off. You send Baystar to the line. You said the thing about the gray hair. I mean, think about this.
Miss a lob on one end, two guys, very athletic, and give up a three on the other side.
Door's still open. Arizona 10 of 15 from the foul line. The first free throw miss this half.
I would like to see a walk in the game, especially defensively for Arizona.
It's them both. But Arizona keeps it a guess.
They're going to take a look at this.
James Brady, TJ Clarkson, and Potter, the officials.
think that hits Biddle's hand last.
It's Arizona basketball.
KJ Lewis is 4 for 12 from the floor. He's had a couple mental errors, but you could never fault his defensive effort and what he brings as it relates to hustle plays, communication defensively. He's been such a catalyst for this Arizona team today.
You can count on his effort. You're absolutely right, Jalen. He brings it every time he's on the floor.
Gene Steratore, are you still with us?
I wouldn't leave you guys. Are you kidding me? This is a great game. No way. I'm with you, though. It looks like it's clearly off Oregon.
Yeah.
And look, I get sometimes we get frustrated with the multiple reviews, but you know what? As an official, I can tell you with the use of this, you don't want to assume anything, even though your eyes are telling you pretty much you're 99% right. You just don't want to run the risk, you know, and you've got to take that look because it's there. I just hope we get to a place where we can do it a little more expeditiously when we can see it after one quick shot or two quick shots.
What would be the reason for taking this long? Is it a timing consideration with these guys?
Yes, Lisa, that's exactly what it is. They're trying to find a shot that shows them that clock above the backboard when that ball is touching, as we see right there out of bounds. And so they're trying to make sure that they get everything right. Because as we saw in the Maryland game, 1 second can be the difference between a win or a loss.
Well put, Gene. Thank you.
After review, the call on the floor stands, white ball.
James Breeding. And so it'll stay Arizona basketball.
Lewis Hustle created another possession for the Wildcats.
1:19 on the game clock. The shot clock resets at 20.
See if they go to that same dribble handoff play. Caleb Love is back in the corner. Here it comes.
And here is Caleb Love, 6 on the shot clock. Gives it up to Bradley. The push from the elbow.
There's almost offensive goaltending there on faceoff.
Unless Walker's injured, I'm shocked that he's not in the game right now.
And Kittle will take it, though. Again, going right at faceoff.
It's almost as shocking as the legend Rick Pitino not having his best player in the game the last 4 minutes last night.
Arizona calls a timeout.
Jalen, it's just a different level of physicality that Biddle is seeing. He's getting whatever he wants right here. That strong right jump hook. We've got ourselves a ball game.
Maybe your plans for the afternoon are too big to squeeze into the back of a sedan. Maybe your idea of commuting doesn't always include roads. Maybe you don't think you should have to choose between affordability and capability. Then don't just get any car. Drive a Ford. Starting under $30,000 MSRP, the new Ford Maverick and Ford Bronco Sport.
The timeouts is where my eyes go. No timeouts left here from Oregon, who trails by 2. Arizona just used one of its 2 remaining timeouts. And the Wildcats trying to protect that 2-point advantage. Again, a date in New Jersey where the number 1 seed Duke is on the line. Vesar, we haven't seen him since 8:40 when he picked up that 4th personal. Bamba now with 4. And Vesar playing the entire way since Awaka went out with the 4 personals.
I thought the adjustment from Dana Altman there, certainly Caleb Love has had a lot of success with that dribble handoff play. They trapped it. They got the ball out of his hands. You force it up mid-range. 49 seconds to go. Oregon plays this out on defense. I think it has to be Caleb Love's time again. And I don't know if you run the same thing because of the trap, but you have to understand that if you're going to run pick and roll, the play is not going to be for him. It's getting to the big quick and playing from there.
Arizona's going to have to go the distance. 49 seconds to play in this one. The Pac-12 rivalry renewed. Gets it into Bradley, who gets double teamed immediately. It's going to be Ducks basketball.
The last place you want to inbound the basketball in the corner. The Ducks do a great job of double teaming without fouling, force a turnover.
Well, and they understood only 5 team fouls on Oregon, so you could be ultra aggressive right there. It's just the coffin corner, like you said, Jalen. Jalen Bradley, there's nowhere to go. There's the deflection, and it looks like it's clearly off of Jaden Bradley's right hand.
And Gene, I agree with you. The officials want to get it right, except we don't have to wait 45 minutes for this one.
Well, and what advantage Oregon? They get to draw up a play here.
Yeah, from the sideline. Oregon's got some options. The 9th turnover here for Arizona in this game. What's your best bet of where they go?
I want to see the ball in Shellstad's hands. Now, I will say, if it's going to be Vasar out there, Biddle has had a ton of success with him. So certainly those two guys have been Oregon's guys all season long. Depending on matchups, Dana Altman can pick and choose where he wants to go.
Absolutely. Put those two guys in the action, possibly get Bamba slashing if there's a double team. Let's see if he can make a play for himself or a teammate.
Yeah, the Awaka Vasar sub has been interesting here to talk about. If you do insert Awaka, he's cold, right, for the last 49 seconds here to work.
But there's also so many things he brings to the table. He's a great screener. He's a great post-up defender. He's a terrific rebounder, and he has a double-double. He's had a terrific game. I'm just shocked that he's not been back in.
Well, it's not like he's cold for his shooting. You know, he's just got to go out there and play hard. Now, it's Vasar on the floor, so I wouldn't be surprised if it is a post-up for Biddle, but it could be Shellstad on the perimeter as well.
2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. It's Bamba taking it out from the sideline.
Oh, my
goodness. Love nearly picks it off.
No. You're going to look at this, too?
I mentioned this on Friday.
Yes,
We've seen a few teams try to execute that long pass. A guy like Love was ready to steal it for a layup late in the game.
We have some catastrophic errors on both sides inbounding the ball here. This hand grenade is thrown up. Great play on it by Caleb Love. Where the question is, though, does Keyshawn Bartholomew hit his arm? Because that wouldn't be the ball. They can't call it a foul. But he does. He hits his. This is going to be a really interesting review. Obviously, you can't re-officiate the play. Does Bartholomew hit the ball, or does he actually just foul him, and that causes the ball to go out of bounds?
Since they can't call a foul, it looks like it's off Love.
Wow. About in the NBA, it would be more of a challenge, but we don't have challenges in college.
All right, Gene Steratore, we're getting your money's worth here down the stretch.
Well, we're gonna save it for the end here, Lisa, and then just stack them real quick. But I'm with you guys. It clearly looks to be off Arizona, and yes, is there a hand on that wrist and potentially something there that could be deemed a foul? It looks like a foul right there, right? Because you're on the wrist, but clearly off Arizona.
And Gene, in the NBA, that would be called a foul. They could re-officiate that play. Do you see maybe here's hold that thought. Here's the announcement.
All on the floor stands, green basketball. The game clock will be reset to 44.7 seconds.
Just curious if college basketball would eventually go that direction.
I hope so.
I was just curious if Arizona was ever going to put a Walker back in the game.
Well, he is returned.
Your answer is with 44.7. Remember, he went out with 8:40 left. Arizona had a 6-point advantage.
Walk it back in. I want this dude making the play. It's Jackson Shellstad's turn to make a play for Oregon.
Bamba driving, lowering his head, looking for the spin, looking for the tie, can't find it.
And of course, Walker gets the rebound. I don't like that attempt by Bamba.
14th rebound by Awaka. And it's Shellstad who fouls to stop the clock at 25.9.
Bamba's having a really good game offensively. He has 17 points. However, at that point, you got to get the basketball to Shellstad and Biddle and allow them to make a play.
Well, I'm okay, Jalen, with the initial. If you think, all right, we're going to try to get Bamba straight line drive. If you have it off the drive, I'm for it. But the second you're stopped, spray it out. You still have time. You know, the shot clock isn't at 1.
But he's also being guarded by KJ Lewis.
No doubt. You got their
defender as well.
They're better guys defensively. Arizona's got to be strong with the ball. They've got to be smarter. And the last time we saw Oregon pick up, they caught the ball in the worst possible spot.
It's KJ Lewis as the inbounder. You got three-point shooters out there and a smaller lineup here for Arizona. They get it out to Love.
One pass before he fouled.
There you go.
Well done by Caleb Love. Went and got the ball, was strong with it, and looked up the floor.
Drawn down the stretch here between these two old Pac-12 rivals, now with the Big 12 and the Big 10. And it is not disappointing.
You want Jaden Bradley at the line, 83% on the season.
Three-point game. Again, no timeouts left for Oregon. One timeout left for Arizona. That could have been a big one for Arizona, just a three-point deficit. No timeouts for the Ducks. Shellstad. Oregon trying to hunt down that three. No, Shellstad gets the quick two with 10.6. It's a one-point game.
Have to foul if you don't get this steal right away. Oof.
It'll be Arizona using its final timeout. So Tommy Lloyd wants to be certain as you can be with the inbounds.
Jackson Shellstad coming off that screen, doing a great job. Arizona doesn't want to foul. They don't want to give up a three, so he burns it to the rim. 10 seconds to go, still plenty of time. Shellstad's had quite the ball game here. 22 points, 9 of 14 from the field, knocked down 3 triples. Big-time player.
Well, you got 3 guys for Arizona, Bradley, Love, and Lewis, who are 80% or better free throw shooters. You got Carter Bryant, if it's the same lineup going out there, a 67% shooter, and Awaka is a 68% shooter.
Well, if you're Arizona right now, you're communicating, we do not have any timeouts left, so you can't take it. You have to go and want the ball in this situation, and it's got to be your best shooters. It's got to be Love. I know we just saw Bradley miss. He's been good on the year, certainly KJ Lewis. But this is where you see who really wants the ball at this point in the game.
And Del Orso is subbed in place of Awaka. So another shooter out there for Arizona, who, by the way, are 1 for their last 4 at the free throw line. Love goes down. Del Orso gets fouled. He is almost a 90% free throw shooter.
Looks like it's setting up for a fantastic finish.
Well, this is where Arizona's got to be talking, Jalen, about do you foul? 9 seconds to go. You're starting to get into that window. Regardless of what you decide, the most important thing, and really the only thing, is you're on the same page.
So also the Campbell transfer. Look at the free throw percentage. They came in because he's a shooter. And a clutch situation here.
Good to see him get his confidence back in today's game. As an opportunity to get his 10th point.
Jalen, he struggled heavily in that first one. And you watch the Big 12 final against Houston, he really struggled.
Into the three-point game. Either team has a timeout, so Awaka subs out Del Orso, does his job. Oregon is 2 for 8 from 3 in the second half. Shellstad has the ball. Bradley fouls. 5.7. Not even going to give him a chance to try a three-pointer. Shellstad is 1 for 2 from the foul line tonight. free throws.
Got your big rebounding lineup in here now with Vasar and Awaka. Just in case Shellstat tries to miss this intentionally.
Shellstat makes good on the second. DeLorso now will check out Awaka. Chess match continues with substitutes here between these two head coaches.
They're going to be strong with the basketball, make quality decisions, hit your free throws.
Again, neither team has a timeout. Is moving on the baseline. Del Orso will head back to the free throw line.
Great job by Del Orso of going and getting that thing. Now, that's getting deep in the count. As the inbounder, you're starting to feel that discomfort. Del Orso just breaking away and finding an open space.
Lewis doing a good job not panicking.
Len just kind of staying in the middle. You know, if he really takes that to the right side, it's going to be hard to get back to Del Orso. It almost wonder if both these go down, does Oregon look at trying to throw it into the front court to take away the ability to foul?
Absolutely.
Hits the front end.
It's a great time for a hook and ladder.
That's right. That's what you'd be looking for.
A spot in the Sweet 16 to face number 1 seed Duke is on the line.
But you can tell the Ducks aren't throwing it long because they have all the players lined up.
We're going to get a stoppage. We'll see if Kwame Evans looks to throw this to the front court because it does make you feel like you don't want to foul there.
And Arizona not guarding the inbounder, Evans.
Like I said, it doesn't look like they're going to run long.
Shellstat's on the move. Love. Oregon saying it's a shooting foul. James Breeding doesn't agree. A foul on the floor.
He's clearly not into his shooting motion upwardly at the time of the foul.
I think the Ducks just ran out of time.
You almost wonder if he has to miss the second one now. 3.9.
Yes.
Crazy things happen in the NCAA tournament.
I wouldn't mind having Bryant lined up on the same side as Biddle. With that athleticism.
If they do miss, you have to watch for Oregon crossing out. There you go.
Falls loose into the hands of Love.
Doing a great job securing the basketball late.
Arizona can smell it.
He clearly intentionally tries to miss this here. Nice job by Arizona, just building that wall and blocking out.
Caleb Love, his 27 points, an excellent free throw shooter. Has a chance to ice it for Arizona.
He's been phenomenal tonight, Lisa. There's always questions about Caleb Love, but the way he played, he was a blend guy the first day for Arizona. He was an alpha tonight.
And his offensive game hit different when he's knocking down threes.
No doubt.
5 of them on the evening.